Tonight will be the first ever broadcast of the Prince's Trust Awards, About Time too. It's an annual event that recognises young people who've succeeded against the odds.
And Tania Makwana, who's been awarded the prestigious National Marvel Rising Star Award, has done just that.
As a single mum of two, she's overcome domestic violence and homelessness to fulfil her childhood dream of working for the ambulance service. Tanya joins us now, and it's lovely to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Well
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about your life. You say your childhood was not easy, very difficult, and loveless.
Yeah.
How would you describe your...
I felt like I was quite misunderstood, and I didn't feel that love that every child, you know, needs and wants. It was really hard growing up.
You were taken into foster care.
Yeah.
Very briefly, but came back from foster care, and the situation wasn't any better.
No. In fact, I feel like it got a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I wasn't really talking to my dad as much, and and I eventually ended up leaving.
Well, so this was at 17, weren't you? I mean, they said when you're 18, that's it.
Yeah.
It cuts off, you need to get out. And at 17, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And so you're sort of left, and you relied on friends and other people's parents to kind of parent and guide you.
Yeah.
But it was not a great time. There wasn't much support for you out there.
Yeah, it was really hard because, you know, when you're young, especially as a young woman, and you're 17, you're vulnerable, you don't know much about the world. Being on your own was just really, really difficult, and it's so scary as well. Like, there's so many dangers out there. It's so scary. When you reach out to people and you sort of get knocked back, so that was really quite difficult. Yeah.
Well, you gave up your schooling, and ended up in a flat with no furniture. Once you managed to finally get to a place where you know, you weren't sofa surfing or, you know, sort of out terrified and being left alone. And so, you know, that in itself, to find yourself alone and in a furnitureless flat is, you know, quite scary, I would have thought, and very lonely.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where the height of my depression was, really, in that period of time. I didn't have anything. Literally, there was no carpets on the floor, didn't even have a microwave, living off £50 a week back then. It was really hard. You know, back in those days, you gave your CV to shops. So countless times I was doing that and just getting knocked back. Didn't have experience, and, you know, it was,
So you're in this cycle, really, aren't you? And nothing's happening, there's no way out. And then at the age of 25, you begin a relationship, and to begin with, amazing, everything you've wanted. Here was love, here was this feeling of love that you've never felt all your life.
Yeah.
And sadly, things took a real turn for the worse. You fell pregnant, and during your pregnancy, he became abusive.
Yeah. Yeah, so it started off with a lot of emotional abuse, mental abuse, you know, just constantly accusing me of cheating and talking to other men. And then it developed over to more sort of like financial abuse as well, which is lesser known abuse. Financial abuse, physical abuse on a few occasions as well, yeah.
And then you make the very brave decision that you want to get out. And you have to get out for you and for the kids.
Yeah.
How much help did you have? Did you know when you made that decision, enough is enough here, what you were going to do? Yeah,
so, I mean, support is a really, really big thing, and that's one thing that I always say. Just having support is just massive.
Who was supporting you?
So I had agencies. I had a team of people. So I had social services at the time, and I also had early intervention workers. She's watching now, so Helen and her team. She was really massive in helping me. And it wasn't until I got that support that I thought, you know what, I can do this. I am strong enough to do it. So that's one thing I always say. Support is just
it is
massive.
Out there.
Yeah,
go and get the help. Be strong enough. But also an element of this and this award is down to you, because yes, there is support out there, but it is putting one foot in front of the other and making that decision. And this is where the Prince's Trust came along. And you saw an advert on Instagram, I think it was, for the ambulance service, and from a little girl working for the ambulance service is something you'd dreamt of.
Yeah. So it's do you know, it's so amazing just actually achieving my dreams after everything that's happened. I finally got something that I've loved and wanted to do. And there's, you know, I work for the London Ambulance Service. Like, it's actually amazing.
They are.
It's I'm so lucky. And,
I love your reason for wanting to get into the ambulance service, which was because when you were a little girl, you'd see the ambulances go by, you think they're going to rescue somebody.
Yeah.
You wanted to be rescued.
Yeah.
And now your reason for being there is because you get an extreme amount of satisfaction out of rescuing other people.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. You know, it's just no job's the same and you don't know what you're going to do. And I feel like my personal experiences can help other people as well. And there's no better feeling than using your own experience to help.
What did the Prince's
others.
Trust do for you? How did you get involved with them?
So they were actually running a programme, Get Started, with London Ambulance Service, and they give you the information and equip you with all the guidance and everything that you need to actually go forward and make that application. There was job interviews, you know, they give you like prep for that as well. And they actually paid for my theory, my practical resit. I failed my first driving test, but they actually paid for that as well. And without their help with that, I wouldn't have been able to afford it, being a single mum.
So your two little boys,
yes,
what do they think of what Mum does now?
They love it. They're so proud. I mean, the eldest one always says, "Yeah, I want to join the ambulance service."
He wants to do it too.
Yeah, the little one at nursery, they do like careers day. And he said, you know, he was like, "Oh, who do you call in an emergency?" And my little one went, "Oh, call my mum, ambulance person." Yeah, so it's really lovely.
Amazing,
yeah.
Who did you meet on the day? What was the day? Because it's going to be broadcast tonight,
Yes.
but it was recorded earlier on in the week.
Yeah.
Who did you meet?
Anton Deck, absolutely lovely. I know they're friends
Who
of
are here
yours.
a bit later, so you might see them again.
Oh, I'd love to see them again. They were so lovely, so lovely. Prince Charles, he was so lovely.
Award.
Yeah, he was really, really nice. We had a little bit of a talk as well, which was nice.
He's very much across
so
it,
nice.
isn't he?
Yeah. He's you know what, he's so lovely. There was, I know Anne-Marie was there and Emma Willis as well. Gosh, I can't remember who else. Yeah, Sir Ben Kingsley. He presented my award.
Would you ever have believed at the worst possible times of your life, of which you've had quite a few, that would have happened?
No, never. I didn't even think I would get past the interview stage at work, to be honest. Yeah, I just didn't. I mean, this whole year and a bit has just been massive. And, yeah, it's just complete whirlwind. I'm still... Yeah, I can't believe I'm here.
Well done. Well done.
We're glad you are.
Yeah,
Thank
we really
you so
are.
much.
Congratulations.
Thank you to you and the team for everything they do.
I just want to say thank you as well to everyone watching. I know I've got a lot of support on social media. Everyone at work's been amazing as well. And I've got something to give to you, actually. Can I? Yeah. On behalf of the London Ambulance Service. They're squishy. So when you get
needle.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When you get stressed.
My little Chester is going to love this as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going
I
to
thought it was
share
quite
with
cute.
him.
That'll get a lot of screen, that's for sure.
Really will do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
The awards is tonight
Yes.
at 8:30 on
Yep.
ITV, so you
Yep.
can watch it there. Thank you. Right, a word